Hey everyone, welcome to Tech Fortitude, and today in this video we're gonna see how to develop your own portfolio website and deploy it online entirely for free. And of course, we're gonna see how to connect your own custom domain to your portfolio site. So, why do you actually need a portfolio site? You may already have your own resume. So technically, your resume is like a document. So if you want to share it, you have to mail them individually, or you can add links to download your resume. In most of the cases, your resume might go unnoticed. In that case, a portfolio website will be more efficient because you can add the link to all of your social profiles and even on your resume. If someone wants to know about you, they can simply go on to their browser and go to your site and get to know about you. Designing a portfolio site is very easy, but the quality matters. Your portfolio site should be more professional and at the same time very easy to handle. For example, this is my current portfolio site. And in this site, we can see that the UI is okay, it's decent. And I also have some pretty cool features like dark mode. And if you just scroll down, I have two sections of my portfolio. One is for my developer portfolio and another for my video editor portfolio because I currently do video editing and, of course, I develop software. So I have two portfolios. When I click them, it just goes to this section which says why you should hire me as a video editor. And in the developer portfolio, it just goes to the section which shows why you should hire me as a developer. If you scroll down, you can see my podcast from Spotify. It is embedded. And if you just scroll down a little bit, you see my works, which is all the projects and the companies I worked and a lot of things. And down you have my social links, my mail ID, and Frisco emblem and other sort of things. When you scroll up, you see a lot of navigation menus on the top of the site. We also have a donations page. It just goes to Razorpay for donations and a lot of other stuff. So I developed this around 2 years ago and still I'm using this. But I'm planning to change my portfolio site. So we're gonna do it now. So how are we gonna do it? Well, we're not gonna code anything because we're gonna use AI to design our site. What AI exactly? We're not gonna use ChatGPT. We're gonna use Grok and DeepSeek to develop this portfolio for yourself. We're gonna go step by step on how to complete your entire development from AI. So without any further ado, let's get started. So just go to grok.com and log in with your email ID or X account. Once you go there, you can see this is the interface of Grok. This is where you have to enter your prompt. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to design our site using only HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. So we're going to go ahead and type the code, generate code for my portfolio site using HTML, CSS, and JS. Now, this is where you have to, declare rough details. For example, so this is going to be my prompt. You can get the latest updated prompt from my description. So from here, we can clearly see that generate a code from a portfolio site, which is the first thing that I've entered. And the site should have my profile card on top of it, which means it shows my image and my name and my position like this in my current portfolio site. You can also see that it should have all my skills displayed as cards, which should also have their logos on there, which means if I know Python, Python should be shown as a card. And the next to it, if I have Node, then it should also have as a card and include them as a marquee style view, which means they will scroll slowly like a carousel, and where the cards scroll infinitely, which means without stopping, they will scroll continuously without any gap. Make the UI more modern and add transitions, which means it will make the UI more modern, which is like this. Look at the side. It has no sharp edges. It has no odd fonts. All the fonts are the latest style fonts, and we have curvy edges on every single buttons, which seems like okay, it's kind of modern and it's kind of up to date. And then add a contact form with Web3 API. Add a dark mode toggle too, which is like this. And we have to add one more line and add all the other things which a portfolio site have. Okay, now just hit enter and let the magic happen. So my Grok 3 quota is completed, so I have to use Grok 2. And we can see that the code is generated, but the thing is all the files are generated in a single HTML file. But I don't want that. I want every single file to be separate so that I can edit it later. So make them as separate files. Meanwhile, let us just make the project setup. So how we will do it? Just go ahead and open up Visual Studio Code, and making them parent as two windows makes it easy for us to edit it later. So now what we have to do is click on open and create a new project file. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a folder, portfolio tutorial, and open that particular folder and create an index.html. Let me just make this a bit bigger so that you can see that. And then create another file called as styles.css and another file called strip.js. Good. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and copy all the HTML file, the code here, paste it onto index.html, and then we're going to go and click on styles, copy that, paste it on the styles file here, and then we need this one, copy that, paste it here. Now you should install an extension here, so which is called as live server, so that you can view all the changes which you do in real time, which is this one, live server. I already installed that. If you didn't, just install it. It's super cool. Once you install it, you can see an option down here. Let me just show it. So if I move myself over here, you can see the option go live over here, right? So I have to move myself again. Okay, this is good. So now if I click on go live, that should open. So this is the portfolio that I've been talking about. And of course, this is entirely made by AI. You can still edit a lot of stuff here. So yeah, this has all the stuff that a portfolio site should have. Uh, we have ourselves the profile and our name, our position, and an about page. We also have a skills like we wanted. We also have a contact form and all the other things. And if I just click on dark mode, the dark mode toggle 2 works. Of course, we need to do some minor changes in them. We can do it. And if you want to edit some stuff, we can do that too from prompting the Grok AI to do the stuff. For example, let us say that I want an animated want an animated mouse interactive background and edit the HTML page. We have the spines.html. So copy that, paste it over here. We have script. So let's put it over here. Perfect. Now if we go to our portfolio site. Okay. Okay. What's this? So now we can see that we have a mouse interactive. This is cool. And what else do we need? We can add an about page. We can edit that. For example, I want to edit this for myself. So let's edit this. So move to our HTML document, which has my portfolio as the title, which is this one right here. So we can edit that into my name. So we can edit to your name, Siddharth PL portfolio. Good. And what else do we need? The background canvas. Yeah, the John Doe. Let's edit that to Siddharth PL. So now the name has changed. Once you click on Control as, it auto saves that we have a profile picture. So let's grab my profile picture from this site. We'll just copy this. Okay, so copy image address, and in the portfolio site we have we have a source file. We just paste our image in. Boom. We can also add an image. For example, if I go to my portfolio and save this image, let me just save this onto the portfolio tutorial. Just save the profile. Now we have the profile.jpg here. Now we can just go ahead and enter profile.jpg over here. And if we saved it, we can still see our profile picture. You can do either ways. When you have an URL, you can do it, or you can download the image and you can do it later. Here we can see that we have an about, and we can ask DeepSeek for generating that. So let's go to chat.deepseek.com and generate an about section content for my portfolio set. And portfolio site, I am a full stack developer and a web developer as well. Okay. There we go. So now we can see we are generating stuff. Perfect. No, this is enough. So let me just copy this section and paste it over here. Just like that. Now, in your name, just replace it with your actual name, just dot here, in my case. If we go to our portfolio, we can see our about section is here. We can even change something like, I want this to be a bit dark, so type strong, and full stack developer and web developer. So let's change that to strong. Now we can see that that particular line is now bold. We can change that too. Otherwise, I like all the other things. So the dark mode also works. And of course, the dark mode, I don't want this to be an actual button. I want to change the dark mode to a toggle, right? So we can do that, which is here. Let's go to Grok. and change this dark mode toggle to an actual toggle right here. Copy that particular code and replace this div with that code. And the CSS is right here. So we haven't changed anything in the CSS, so we can just copy that directly and paste it here. And the script, yeah, the script. So let's just copy that as well and paste it here. So now if we go here, we can see a toggle right here. So if I press that, we can see the toggle, it's working. You can also style this a little bit according to your wish. I also want a section to display all my certificates. So yeah, let's do that. Add a section to display my certificates and my education as well. I also want to display my institution's name right here. So it's just copy that particular section and let's go to our index.html and go all the way down to our skill card and paste that below the skill card. So we can see that education is right here and we have a certificate section, but we need to change our things here, right? So what do we do now? So let's just scroll down and copy the CSS code. Okay. So let's go to the CSS and paste this code. And for the script.js, we can see remains unchanged. So it's from the previous version. So there's no need to replace that. So once you save it, so you go to our site, we can see our education right over here. So this is our education, Bachelor of Science. Of course, I'm not a Bachelor of Science. I'm a BTech student. So you can change that. We can also add your university's name and the link for the university or even your degree certificate. And we have a certificate section over here. We can do stuff here. We can even add an image of our certificate. It haven't gave us the option to add the certificate as an image. I want to add my certificates as image, and there we go. So let us say that I want to display my certificate. For example, let's just go for a sample certificate. And let's say this is our certificate, okay? We just copy that or we can just save the image to the folder, which is here. So let me just rename this as cert1. Good. And let's go back to our index.html and let's replace the certificate as cert1. Boom. They can see our certificate is listed over here. We can add any number of certificates over here. It will be displayed just like that. And now last but not least, we have came to the contact section, which is the contact me section. So what else do we have to do here? As I said before, while generating the prompt, this is going to be a Web3 Forms API supported contact form, which means when I use Web3 Forms API, but how will we fetch it? It's very simple. Just go over to web3forms.com and go to create your own access key. Okay, enter our email address. Once you do it, we can see a success card here. And if we go to our inbox, we can see we have received a mail and this is your public access key. And this is not an API key actually, which means you can use it directly on the source code. There's no need to be fear of the data leaks. So I just copy that and go to the contact form section, here you can see your access key here. Just replace it with your actual access key and just scroll all the way up and go to the documentations for the customization and go to the installation form. And here we can see in the advanced example, we can see a lot more options to be displayed. For example, if you want the submission to be customized, we can copy that particular line and paste it here. And the new submission from, let's say, your portfolio. And then the website's name. Let's copy that. And of course, these inputs will not be displayed. You can, because it's hidden, right? So, website's name, let's say my website's name is my portfolio. Good. And we also have some paid options, but this is going to be completely for free. So we're not going to use any of them. And in the contact form, once you just save it, let's try whether we get the mail or not. So let's type my name and my email address and hello world, for example. So just send message sent successfully. So if we go to our inbox, we can see my portfolio is the site's name, new submission from your portfolio, and we have received the submission just like that. It's cool, right? Yeah. So now we can clearly see how it works. And now you can, yes, and one more thing, you can add your footer with all the social media links. So let's do that and add a footer to, okay, I think you have to reload this because it's been so long. Hmm. Let's just copy all this code and put it to DeepSeek. Write a footer with all my social media links for this page. So copy that and go to our index.html, and below the body we can paste the footer code. There we go. So this is going to be our footer. Now copy the CSS file and put it over here. There we go. We have got a footer. And for updating the year, so that you don't have to update it every single time you get a new year. So you can do that by just pasting this over here. There we go. Now what we're going to do here is we have developed the site. What else do we need? We need an SEO. What is an SEO? SEO stands for search engine optimization. So which means if you're adding this to Google search, if your user search for some certain keywords or something like that, your site should come up. For example, if I go to Google and search for Siddharth PL, my portfolio site comes up. If I click that, it goes to my portfolio. So for this, you need to do search engine optimization. So let's do that. So just ask DeepSeek to add SEO and SEO metadata to this site. So now, okay, so this is our head of the SEO. So let's just copy this head tag. You can edit them as you want. So let's go to the index.html and replace our head tag with this one. So if you see here, we have a lot of options. So first thing is our name, the site's name, and the description. You can edit the keywords as well, like you want. For example, this is our keywords: full stack developer, web developer, portfolio, JavaScript, React, Python, everything. You can edit like you want, so that if your user searches for that particular keyword, your site comes up. And the next thing is we have the author, who's the creator of the site. We have robots.txt. Actually, we don't need this, so let's just delete that. And the next thing is we have all the inner data on what the site exactly is and all the other stuff. We have our share links, which means the particular image which just comes up when you share the site's URL with the icon as well. We have our favicon image, which is this image, the top image which appears over here. So that's what you call as a favicon. We can add it to our project directory and we can define it here. That's it. We have a JSON file. You can edit that as well. Now it's time to host our site. So let's do that. How are we going to do it? It's very simple. Go over to netlify.com and create your own Netlify account. So it's completely for free. And there is also a paid option, but the free tier is enough. Even for me, I use it for my production as well. So when you go to Netlify, this is our site and you have to verify it. I think so. You have to verify your account using your PAN or other stuff. So verify it. Once you do it, just go to add new site and click deploy manually and you get this screen. So now just open up your file explorer or finder and go to your portfolio sites folder, which is this one right here. This is my new updated portfolio, right, which we created just now. So just drag and drop this portfolio over here. And there we go. So this is our portfolio link, which means we can go and click on open production deploy. And we have our site online. So you can just share this link to anyone. They can view your site on their device. So this is how we do it. But you can see that the URL is very kind of different, right? So we can change that. But before that, let me just delete this site because this is not the site that I'm going to release because I already, developed the site and that's what we're going to release. So this is the actual portfolio which I designed. We have a dark mode option. We have all the things like about, skills, education, certificates, and skill rack, which is the certificate, of course. I have a section for my company, which is Frisco Digital Ventures, as you know. And we have a testimonial. We have a contact form, which is also made from Web3 Forms API. The best part of it is it also has dark mode in it. You can click on hire me. That will go to the contact me form. You can fill that up and you can get to know about me. So this is the entire thing. And the best thing is I also have a blog post embedded in my portfolio. But how I did it? It's very simple. So I have this blog called as Bytecast, which is made from Blogger. You can go to that by just going into Bytecast, the bytecast.blogspot.com. So this is my blog actually. So you can add that too using the Blogger API in Google Cloud, and I embedded the entire latest, the latest post will be displayed here. Is that? So this is the site that I'm going to put online and deploy this site, not this one. It's in my desktop. There we go. Let's drag that and drop it here. There we go. So now just go to options, deploy settings, and in this we can just scroll all the way down to site details, which is here. Click on change site name and we can change the URL. For example, Siddharth's portfolio. Save. Already taken. Okay, Siddharth Prabhu portfolio. There we go. Now we have ourselves the official URL. Once you click that, you have yourself a working site with a custom name. But this is a Netlify URL, which means you may go unnoticed if you use a free URL. So up to this point, the entire video is about completely free. But now you have to purchase a domain and connect it to your site to make it even more authentic. So let's do that. So to purchase a domain, there are multiple domain providers. I use GoDaddy, but the thing is, I found that this site here gives me the domain address even more in a more affordable price. So I'm gonna get the domain called as siddharthprabhu.in, and the .in domain is 749 rupees per year. So we're gonna purchase that domain. Now we can see we have our domain address, which is siddharthprabhu.co.in. So if we click on that, so if we go to siddharthprabhu.co.in, nothing comes because the site is not connected. We have to point our DNS and name service, Connectify, and point our URL, I mean the portfolio's URL, to the account. So how we're going to do it? It's very simple. Just go to Netlify or app.netlify.com, and once you go there, just go to domains. So this is my existing domain address for frisco.net, and now just go ahead and add or register domains and add a domain you already own. And now just type your domain address, siddharthprabhu.co.in, verify. So it's already registered. If you register a domain for a different registrar, add domain and you okay, just add domain. Click on continue, and we can see update your domain's name servers. So just copy this and go ahead and let's just put this side by side so that it will be easy for me. So yeah. So in the name servers, click on that and copy this. Okay. And paste it here. Copy every single thing and replace the name servers with our Netlify's DNS. Good. Update name servers, and that's it. Next thing is click on done and click on enable IPv6, and now we have registered our domain address. I'm gonna go over to our site, our portfolio site, and go to domain management. In the domain management, we can see our default Netlify subdomain, which is in the production, and it is also the default domain as well. Click on add a domain and add a domain you already own. Now type your domain address which you just purchased, .co.in, verify. So it's already on the Netlify DNS. So add the domain, and that's it. Now it's preparing ourselves for the new domain address which we just purchased. So we have two domains here. So the siddharthprabhu.co.in and www.siddharthco.in. Okay, so we can just click on verify DNS configuration. Failed, appear to be solved when it defined. So now if you just reload, it will show you our site. But up there we can see we have got a not secured because it is still verifying the SSL certificate for HTTPS. It will be done in a few moments, but for now it is showing as not secured, which is not a big deal. So it has been few hours since we deployed the site, and now if I visit the site, so now if we visit the site, we can see that uh, the connection not secure pop-up has been gone. If we even reload the page, we can still see that it's there, it's working, and we can see connection is secure. There we go. Which means our certificate is valid now, which means our SSL certificate is now officially registered. So let's navigate over to Netlify dashboard, and in the Netlify dashboard, we can scroll down to startprabhu.co.in. Okay. So in the domain management, we can see that our primary domain is now siddharthprabhu.co.in, and it is pointed towards Netlify DNS, which is just what we want. And when you scroll down, we can see that your site has HTTPS enabled, which means our site has is now secured. It is encrypted. That's it. It's working. You can follow these steps to show your site on Google search results. This is entirely for free. Okay, so just navigate over to Google Search Console and go to your Google Search Console. Click on Start Now. And once you're in, please select your desired email address. And this is your Search Console dashboard. So now just go on and click here. And once you click here, just go on to the Add Property option. And from here, we can see that we have a domain and an URL prefix. For the sake of this video, I'll choose URL prefix, and because domain verification takes a bit longer, so you can do either this or that. So let's choose URL prefix for now. So now what I'm going to do is just type our URL, so .prabhu.co.il. Okay, we should HTTPS. Good. Save. Sorry, continue. And it's verifying property. Good. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to download this Google file. Uh, good. And once we do that, what we need to do is we have to, let's say, okay. So what we do is we should just copy that HTML file and navigate over to the desktop, or the folder where your portfolio is currently uh, made, and then just paste that HTML file here. Go to Netlify and go to deploys, and in the deploys just drag and deploy your portfolio site once again. Good. So now the production is published. So once we do that, we can go over to the search console and click on verify. So the ownership is now verified. That's it. So it will take some time, around 48 hours, to get your site onto the console. And of course, the SEO data which we provided will be indexed by Search Console automatically. And you can change some minor things in Search Console dashboard as well. So I hope that you have learned something new in this video. If you did, don't forget to give a like, share, and subscribe to Tech for You. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye.